So I may have accidentally popped the light cover off of the light. Nothing I can't fix. I got this. Got it. Inspiration for your Wednesday. A brilliant day on the square. Sun's out. Fountains flowing. It was 37 this morning, but I don't think this sweater I've got is really going to be merited right now. I decided to briefly explore the Bond Hall basement. Ooh. This is a creepy place. No wonder the kinesiology majors aren't very happy with having their labs down here. Curious. I'm staying far away from here, though, for now. Riddle me this. Why is there a sheet metal shop here? Well, it's a good day outside, but things have been a little bit weird on the inside. So we had a little bit of an interaction with one of the seniors who popped into class the other day and mentioned that the shop was pretty dirty from the urethane foam we'd been using. So a couple people decided to go in and clean up. At least that's what I heard. But as it turns out, I came in today and the shop was still looking pretty bad. Lots of dust and things on the ground. Sure, the machines had been given a once-over, but the floor was not remotely pretty. So still had to clean that up. Not super thrilled with how the shop has been kept and maintained lately, especially by our class, but only so much you can do when your own project's on the line too, so everybody's got to chip in, I guess. But yeah, only so much you can do when your own project's on the line as well. You can't spend all your time cleaning. So hopefully we can find a good balance for that soon and come to a good resolution. Pals playing frisbee on the lawn in the distance and squirrels frolicking about here. You can tell that spring continues to bloom here. Western, delicious place where you may throw frisbees and in general enjoy the good weather. Yes, indeedy, my friends. This place is quite the headquarters for springtime fun. Oh, I'm going to work in the studio like a good student. Alright, I was just coming out of the E-Tech building at 11:30, and I just saw a carver shut off the screen and the lights inside. So, I guess that's their shutdown time. Kind of glad to be out now, but it feels ridiculous to have done that. All I was doing was planar studies, and these things, even though they were including copper wire linear elements, unlike the other ones beforehand, took so long. I was in there starting around 7. Okay? I guess this slow working is frustrating me quite a bit. But I'll show you, again, how some of these turned out. There are some good pictures I've got now of those, and you can kind of see what I was working with. The idea is mainly trying to get good composition, and that's something I really wanted to work on and put some thought into. So while others were finishing theirs up pretty quickly, somebody managed to come in, start his, and finish his in the time it took me to actually only be putting mine together. I'd like to think that the extra time and effort I put in and the extra contemplation is going to pay off, so we shall have to see whether any measurable difference is there to observe tomorrow in class. Forgot to charge my phone last night, so I'm running on dregs here, but it's Wednesday. Got out of ID class a bit early, so went down to the shop and downstairs, that is, talked to Mike at Roldy, the technician, see if I can get my hands on some good 2x4 pieces to make the next wood project out of. It's going to be a 3-cut volume, curvilinear. So you have just a standard block, 6 inches tall, and then 1.5 by 3 inch footprint on the base. So the idea is you make those curvilinear cuts, just 3 of them, and you're trying to get dynamic axes with these planes. Interesting assignment, but I am a little bit concerned about what he thinks about people going in the shop right now, especially ID people he seemed a little bit reticent about. So I don't like the idea that we don't have a good name, and I'd like to make sure that we do better than that. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I've signed up for a couple of ID mentors at the IDSA meeting this evening. I'm liking my prospects so far. The people seem to be pretty great, and they understand my eccentricity. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated indeed. Okay, I'm in the BU Cafe right now. I'm not sure whether I should get the yogurt cup or the...
I think you should go with the yogurt.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hi, Marcus.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, good Samaritans, I like that. Well, it looks like this section of the island in Haskell Plaza got wrecked by wind or just got chopped apart by a maintenance crew. Brutal. Oh yeah,
Yes, one of my form studies in the display case on the 3rd floor. A curious exploration of negative space as well as tension. I enjoyed this one quite a bit.
Alright, just got an email from Professor Sapin of the Art History Department. I was checking with her to see if conflict photography would qualify for Art History elective, and so far the results don't look favorable. The email seemed to point out that in the syllabus, which is incomplete at this point since the course details haven't been fully fleshed out, that there isn't much mention of the visual elements of the photography we're discussing being actually part of that information exchange. So I'm thinking the best way to proceed from here would be to talk to Professor Harris, who teaches it, and see if there's a good way to express any visual elements that we discuss, and see whether or not that will become present as we go along. If not, then I may have made a misstep here. Otherwise, we'll see maybe if there's a way to just either pick up another art history course before it gets too late here, or figure out some other course of action. So, a little bit shaky. Well, finished with another fine night of blues. I signed up with Michael, our president, to DJ first set next week. So I'm going to get to put together something good and enjoy myself once again. I had quite a good time DJing last quarter with Spotify Premium, and it seems to be the way to go for this sort of thing. So I shall continue as I have done and keep providing the kick-ass beats that people want to hear. I've heard nothing but good feedback so far, so I'm going to continue that and make sure I keep earning it at the very least.
After a late night including American Psycho the movie, we wake up early to get to TEDx WWU so that we can nab this awesome seed.
Alright, understage operations. Complete.
I declare thumb war. 5, 6, 7, 8. I declare doom.
Alright, it is 5:15 on Sunday afternoon. I'm out of the shop for a little bit to just get some food, but I gotta say, I'm not very happy with the way progress is going. I made some basic cuts using the bandsaw in the shop there upstairs, and while I am still making some progress, the blade is just horribly dull, and it's difficult to get good cuts without burning some edges. Also, the belt sander, yeah, that's not having a good time either, since the belt sideways horizontal belt sander seems to go up and down as you turn it on and off, and that's not very good either. It means it's not very well adjusted, so I have to talk to one of the juniors about that. That being said, of course, the downstairs wood shop is naturally closed over the weekend, meaning that all I've really got are not very well fit tools. I'm going to have to do a lot of hand sanding work if I'm going to get some smoothing done tonight in advance of tomorrow. I'd like to get as many of these shapes roughed out as I can, but seeing as I'm in this current state, there's not a whole lot I can do. So I'll just flesh out what I can and hope for the best. Alright, Monday morning, and I've got a couple of observations to share. Now, I don't know if it is just that, Monday morning, or if it's this quarter so far in general, but what I've been noticing recently is just this immense difficulty or unwillingness or lack of enthusiasm, or the term I like to use is nope. A large amount of nope emanating from most of the people I have interacted with this quarter, like with regard to just things that they have to do or work, and I know it's hard and everything to stay really enthusiastic about what you do, but times like these it's difficult to do anything without having that kind of enthusiasm with it. Sure, you can bumble through calculus homework or whatnot, but I feel like if there's a good way to stay happy or keep up your morale somehow, you'll do so much better. And it saddens me to see all these people struggling through things like that, especially when that can't possibly be healthy. But anyway, my advice to you is to keep that positive feelings going, and make sure that as you do your work, you have something to motivate you, something to keep you feeling positive about your abilities to do it. Anyway, that's it for now.
Alright, this is a curvilinear volume I've been working on. Just made a bunch of relief cuts with the bandsaw and popped them out with a screwdriver to get this dish shape that I'm going to try to smooth out using the spindle sander in a sec. This project has been really, for lack of a better word, kind of annoying to do. Albeit there are some bizarre forms coming out of it, which I kind of like.
There are bubbles being blown through the air, and they're coming from up ahead. Whoa, bubbles.
It's blustering a bit here downtown as I head into Sherwin-Williams to grab some spray paint for form studies. Definitely the clouds and rain are coming up, and I wish I'd worn a baseball cap to keep both out of my eyes.
Oh, sorry, I'm just wearing a gas mask, that's all.
Heading home from the studio just past 11. I just finished up painting some form studies, and I've just tacked on several new tasks to my list. Namely getting Hope some earplugs so she can go to sleep while people are being loud in the lounge, because she respects them so much, God bless her. I need to schedule the design meeting for our trophy design team for the Lowrider show during Back to Bellingham. The plan is to design for 1 week, fabricate for get parts for 1 week, sorry, and then fabricate for 2 weeks. And seeing as we've got about 30 of these to make, that's pretty important. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Oh, and I'm going to meet with my mentor on Wednesday. So, kudos to that. Finally getting this review process real. Let's do it. It's a bright and beautiful Tuesday morning at around 7:30 a.m. It's like I remember seeing coming off of crew practices back in the old days, quote unquote. Anyway, I've got work at 8, so I'm going to nab a quick breakfast and then head on over. But I really should get up early more often. I don't know if you can see this stuff, but it's pretty much worth it.
All hail Formhenge.
Wow, what a day this is.
Alright, just got out of a student honors board meeting. We're wrapping up some stuff on pizza and possibilities. A 2-day event this coming week, tomorrow in fact, starting tomorrow. It's going to be 4 o'clock each day. We're going to have a Q&A session for freshman honors students on what the honors program entails past freshman year. A bunch of great stuff, including some requirements that I wish I'd known when I was looking back. And it's still a little bit useful to me now. So hopefully this will help clear up some misconceptions about the program and see if it can help people.